Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. Got a fantastic message for you today. It's coming to you live from station WEBM. That's wonderful, wonderful Eddie B. Marcus, operating smack down from the top of the sky, and that means spiritually, to wherever you are. And the hope is that this message might saturate you and be as important to you as the blood that flows through your vein, wherein lies freedom for that which we all seek so diligently. I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. This day I have something on my mind that I think I should share with you. As I listen to all the social media sources and listen to what the public is basically saying within the community in relationship to how this nation is being tossed around like a basketball. And we are focusing on Putin, and we're focusing on Trump, and we're focusing on Republicans, and we're focusing on Democrats. And we're doing exactly what we're being led to do. And the outcome is going to come out the way it's designed to come out unless we stop doing the things that have been designed for us to do and do that which is natural to do. You see, Putin walks around with the big military all behind him and all of the people in line. But Putin is just a character in a much bigger scheme of things. And now we see Trump walking around doing similar things as Putin. And I want you to know, whether you know it or not, Trump is just a character in a bigger scheme of things. And the powers that be have banked that we, the American people, are no different than the people of Russia. They have succumbed to power or a dictator, and if pushed the right buttons on you, you would do the same. You would submit to the authority of an individual rather than that of you, the people. And so that is what is being threatened. And why is it being threatened? Is because we have realized that what goes around comes around. And the only way to avoid that is to grow out of it. That means when you're going and maybe things happening in life is okay for you, and so you don't pay attention to what and how it affects others, and this goes around and this limits your ability to do something, then before you know it, things have come around and it's your turn. And so what we're saying is that the powers that be have allowed America to relish in what you call greatness for so long. And now, apparently, based upon what's going on, they have made the decision that maybe we should switch it around and let that power base be someplace else, which means that the American people got to be reduced. And reduced they must, because they're only pawns in a greater scheme of things. But the truth of life comes to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the same game that was played in the Garden of Eden. You heard something about a snake, but what it really was saying is that there had been a government that was set up to provide for all. And some strange voice came out of nowhere and got into someone and made them begin to think that there was a better way of doing things for themselves by believing that they were superior to others, and that if given the right type of command that they could change things and become the God for which that God they used to adore. And all they had to do was to scare the people, be willing to kill the people. And the great mystery of things is this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share it with you since I'm speaking, is if truth leads you down to a path which appears to be the end, that same truth should lead you to the understanding that that end is just the beginning of a new life for the one who deserves it. And your deserving is determined by what got you there. And there's nothing greater than standing for truth. So what am I saying? I'm saying to everybody, I'm saying to the people all over the earth, we are all in a maze. We're all being led just like sheep. And we think we're so smart. We think we are in control of our own destiny. And we are being headed for the slaughter. Just like any dumb animal. I don't care if you are American, Russian, Chinese, African, Asian, whatever. We are as dumb is dumb. And the evidence of it is in the fact that wherever we exist, there are people who suffer. And the fact, without getting any deep stuff, the fact that that suffering exists is because the truth of the will of a power outside of yourselves has been denied. You don't believe in God. You simply do not believe in God. And fewer still know God. See, to know God means to stand up and be God. What that mean? That means giving the power outside of yourselves to live inside of you and bubble out through you. And it is known by the power of love. And what is love? Love is that which works for everybody. Let me say that again. Love is that which works for everybody for all times. That's how you can distinguish if it's from God or if it's from the devil. Because the devil wants to destroy you and keep you poor, keep you where you can't go to college, keep you where you can't have your health care, keep you where you're struggling from paycheck to paycheck, keep you on welfare, keep you breaking laws trying to survive. That's what it does. And the truth comes to clear that up. And so when I say I ask the people of the state of Minnesota to make me the next senator, a write-in candidate, not accepted by Republicans or Democrats, because none of them stand for what I just got through talking to you about, but asking you to listen to the message and let it speak to your soul, and let it cause a new birth in you, a new desire in you, to care about not only yourselves and your immediate family, but to care about those across the waters, care about wherever suffering exists, but not just care, being willing to do something. And if you don't know what to do, being willing to talk, to share with people, to ask people, what can we do? This has got to stop. Why? Because there's a better way. Not that this way is so wrong, but because there's a better way. And what does that mean, a better way? It means that the joy of the Lord is experienced before the people so that they might know that God, though you can't see him, can't touch him, can't feel him, his evidence is all around. And so when I say, make me your senator, I want to carry that message forward. Not trying to half step somewhere, trying to make it a little bit better today for somebody. No, I don't walk like that. I'm saying if we're going to do something, let's go all the way. If we're going to step out on the line, let's go out all the way. Let's say give us the best that can be got. Don't be half-stepping. Stop stretching yourself so thin, standing up for this cause and that cause and this cause and that cause. Let's stand up for the main cause. And that means get rid of that which causes what we have and give something else that gives us what we want. And I say maybe you might want to make me president in 2020. Not because I got a plan. I don't have a plan. I'm just like you. I'm just as dumbfounded as you. But I'm stupid enough to believe that you want life. I'm stupid enough to believe that you want peace. I'm stupid enough to believe that you want joy in your life. I'm stupid enough to believe that you don't want to just come here and die, but you want to live. I'm stupid enough to believe that. But I'm also wise enough to know that there is a power that has already fixed it so these things can be so achievable so easily. All we got to do is change our minds. And how we going to change our minds is we got to want. We got to want. We're going to have to need. We're going to have to desire. And in so doing, something will happen within us. I don't know what it is. But it breaks down those walls, those barriers that prevented the truth from being alive in you. And now you can begin to see because the heart is purifying itself. And you can see clearer. And when you see your destiny, you can see all the stumbling blocks that's in the way. And so you can stand before the folks and say, this is what we got to do. But not just say it. Step out, being ready to lead the way. And those who are serious about the business will follow. So I guess I didn't mean to talk to you this long, but I just wanted to share this with you to let you know that there's a game being played on us. And we are really no smarter than we think everybody else is dumb. We are just as dumb. And we're going down the hill, down the slope, just like everybody else before us, unless we make a change. And the change that we make must be a major change. It can't be no half step, and 99 and a half just won't get us there. In other words, if there's one weight that's willing to take us all the way under, then there must be another weight that's light enough to take us all the way over. And if we are not willing to go all the way over, we can just sit down, as Uncle Junior would say, go and be quiet. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so very much. I think you got something out of what I was saying. But what you do with it is all on you. Till next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying bye-bye.